Hey everybody, this is Pastor D. You're about to take a look at the very first Practical Path podcast interview with a young man named Emmanuel from our church. I think you'll find it enjoyable, definitely insightful. He's a powerful young man that we're all very proud of. Take a look. All right, this is Pastor D of the Practical Path Ministry at Pathway Community Church in Hagerstown, Maryland, 1028 Salem Avenue. That's right. I have a young gentleman that is amazing. He's been a part of the church for a long time, grown up in the church. He has gone off to college and he comes back periodically to grace us with his presence. This is my man, Emmanuel. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good.
Come on now, talk to me.
Um, just a few things have coming up. So,
What you got going
just trying to start a second job.
on?
First one I'm working with a friend of mine named Jay. We work for a moving company,
Mhm.
and then I'm trying to get one at Dollar Tree. I just sent my background check in yesterday. They said they'd get back to me, and I would start work next week. And then I'm also doing the gym, trying to get back into that.
Oh, okay. So, my man's got a lot going on. Basically, that's what I just gathered. So, okay, for all you folks out there, this is what we're going to talk about today. Emmanuel is a young man that has seen a lot of stuff. In fact, would you agree that you've seen your share of life far beyond your years? Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask you the first thing: why do you believe in God? Why?
I believe in God because He has helped me through a lot of situations.
Mm-hmm.
There are some times that I didn't think I would get through it. I was told all throughout middle school I wouldn't make it anywhere. I wasn't always a good kid. There are some things that made me troubling. Um, Even when I was at church, sometimes I would clash with other people downstairs when I was younger, running around everywhere. I was just a wild child when I was younger.
Right.
And through all of that, I have gotten through elementary, middle school, high school. My counselor, who was helping me uh, get my colleges done,
Mm-hmm.
he talked to the board saying that I started very low and that I reached very high, and he got approved that I could go to a 4-year college. My advisor before that was telling me at the time I could only make it to a 2-year college.
Oh.
And I'm right now a junior at Elizabethtown College,
Oh.
and there was a struggle there too because I had I had to have a 3.0 because I was doing education.
Mm.
Since prior to that, I have changed my major to social work. I wanted to try to still do the same thing and be a counselor at school. So I can still do that, but I have to come back to get my master's.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. So you're trying to get into social work. Okay, does that mean you're trying to encourage others? Work with? Are you we're trying to work with kids or adults? Which where are you going?
I'm trying to still work in the field of kids.
Okay, so you said that there were people that weren't encouraging you, that were trying to say that you couldn't get to where you wanted to go to. They weren't really trying to help you when you were a
Yes.
kid. Well, how would you help a little kid that thinks that he's not going anywhere? Like, tell me that.
I would basically first, I would tell them about my story and how I was struggling with everything and how I made it through life. And then I would ask them if they would need some advice or if they just need someone to talk to periodically, because that's what I needed. I still have that in college where I have someone I talk to because I'm not going to say his name, but I had an advisor at college. He was with me my first and second half of my sophomore year. My first half, I wasn't doing too well. I did get, unfortunately, kicked out of the education department because my GPA didn't reach the qualifications. So after that, I had to switch over to social work, which I am doing a lot better in than I did in education. Still do miss the kids, but I do believe that social work was my calling.
Okay. Okay.
And he told me that he saw me from just one marking period, from a switch from education to social work, how my grades went from B's and C's to A's and B's.
Okay. So, in the process of you doing this switch, right, would you say that God helped you along in this way?
Yes, I would say he did because I was panicking because I didn't know if there was going to be something else that I wanted to take. I had to relook at all the stuff that my college provided and try to find something that I could still do in the field that I wanted to.
Okay. So, how did you seek him out? The only reason I'm asking this question, and this is just for the sake of everybody, right? You have, how old are you?
20.
You're 20, okay. So you have a lot of folks that are anywhere from 15 to say even 30, right? That are going away from being disciples of God. They're going away from even trying to have a relationship with Him. And here you are, 20, right? Saying that He helped you along in kind of the dark times and times where there were counselors that didn't even do it. That's their job. And they weren't even encouraging you or building you up or trying to help you out. So what I'm trying to get at is, you just said how you would try to help a kid that thinks he's going nowhere, and you want to continue to work with kids. Would you make say Christ a part of that, or would you just try to do it on your own?
I would try to make Christ a part of it. I believe most of the time he speaks through my grandmother
Mm,
because without her, I don't think I would have made it that far in life. I've always depended on her, asked her what to do, asked her if this is what God wanted me to do.
mm,
Because she's also uh, spiritual too,
okay.
and she's the one that got me into the spirit. When
Okay.
I was younger, I read the Bible a lot. Sometimes it was as a punishment, sometimes it wasn't.
Oh
But
man, went there. I'm not going to tell on you. I'm gonna let you tell on yourself right now. I'm not going to tell.
but reading through the Word helped me a lot. I now, with another church, they send me scriptures and my questions that I'm supposed to do and answer.
Mhm.
And since I read the Bible so much that all the answers that are on there, I already know the answers to.
Oh, okay.
I can look at them and be like, I don't know, it's A, B, C. It's not that hard for me anymore.
Okay. So you've studied. That's
Yeah.
what you're trying to say. Okay. So, okay. Now I'm going to ask a little bit hard stuff.
Okay.
Okay. And you know what? That might be proud of. Okay. Gotta get ready. Here we go. Here we go. You ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. This is a big. This is a biggie. Okay. What if God didn't exist? How would you navigate? Yeah, I guess a better question is, let's say for the sake of argument, right? Somebody blew like the biggest story ever. God doesn't exist. How would that affect your life? How would you navigate that?
If someone told me God didn't exist,
Yeah. But I mean, like, let's say proof positive was given. How would you navigate?
I would have to look back on everything that I know and everything that happened to me,
Mhm.
and I would have to tell them if there is proof that he isn't real. There was a time that I was in the hospital. I've had prior head concussions before, and this was one that I fell asleep in a car, even though I was told I wasn't supposed to,
Mhm.
because they didn't know if I would wake back up.
Mhm.
But during those times that I was asleep, I felt something that was still pulling me towards to come back. And without that, I don't know if I would still be here today, because that happened when I was 11 or 10.
Okay.
and I spent my birthday in the hospital.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that's a birthday
That was your birthday.
that's a birthday that I remembered a lot.
Okay. So you're saying you would still believe anyway?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Once you look, see, the camera right there. Once you look right there, like you've been doing, but once you look right there. And last thing, what is your message to kids that don't want to come to God, don't want to seek God out, or they just don't believe? What is your message to them? So from someone that has seen so much of life at such a young age, to where you could have went either way. You could have said, you know what, I'm done trying to believe in him. God hasn't helped me. I'm done. But you went the other way. You said, you know what, I've depended on God. He's helped me out. I've seen him through my grandmother. I hear him through my grandmother. She's supported me. She's backed me up. God's backed me up. How would you communicate that to young folk today? How would you say that to them? What's your message to them?
I'm gonna give a message and a demonstration.
Okay.
Between me and my one friend, he doesn't believe in God. He's been through his struggles. He is not doing well right now. He is in jail at the moment, and he's been on the run from the law before. He is not doing good health wise. That man drinks every day to get away his problems. He smokes, he vapes all the time, and I've seen how he has struggled with everything. And I've also seen another one of my friends. She believes in God. Recently, she had a friend that went into the hospital,
Okay.
and she believes God has talked to her because she told me when she was sleeping one time, the day before this happened, is that she saw the person the day before in the hospital, and this person died twice. The next day, she died twice,
Okay.
not once, but twice. There's not, there's nothing that can prove to me otherwise that God wasn't there helping through this and bringing her back to life.
Okay. Well, those are your examples, but what's your message?
My message is if you're struggling to believe in God, I want you to think about this one thing. Has your life been all sunshine and rainbows? Because I know mine hasn't, but God brings struggles to you to help you grow. If you have been struggling through things, that means He has been there testing you and helping you along the way. And even if you don't believe, He's still going to give you those trials because you are still His child.
My man. Everybody, that's the conclusion of the interview. Appreciate you, Emmanuel, coming out. No. I want fist bump. Uh, Thank y'all for tuning in and taking a look. We appreciate you. 1028 Salem Avenue, Practical Path Ministries, Pathway Community Church, and we're out.